got an island in the Pacific, and everything about
I came to be on Waiheke Island.
Now, how did I come to be on Waiheke?
Well,
There's a very long backstory.
I've got the sun to tan me, palms to fan me, and an occasional man.
Are you ready? Because they're ready. Okay, guys, come on down. Over here. Two of you.
Oh, it's so cute. I love it.
now the question is, how do we get to Waiheke? The answer is very simple, a boat.
We came on the quick cat to Waiheke.
But that's not the question you were looking for.
Came to Waiheke for a few reasons.
My first memory is a Waiheke army tent with Dad's military medal hanging on the centre pole and Mum's nursing coat from Wellington Hospital where she nursed during the war, nursing soldiers. My father was an inspector of fisheries. My Dad got transferred here, so we spent all our early life down here on the island with the use of government boats, government dories and that, and so we were brought right up in the maritime ilk and learned how to make nets and that and catch fish. And I can remember our neighbours getting sick of us bringing them fish.
I have been coming to Waiheke Island since I was 2. My mother had a batch here in Little Oniroa. And so yeah, we used to come down most weekends on the Baruna or fly down with Freddie Ladd. And there wasn't much here, we used to get around on horseback and, you know, our nurse tribe and yeah, so it was a whole different era then.
Charlie brought us here in 1979. We were living out in the Waitakares, solo mother and all that. My son, then 14, came over to Waiheke for a weekend. They pitched camp by the sheepyards at Matiatia, walked all over the island, talked to everyone, and he came back on the Sunday night and said, "Mum, we're going to live on Waiheke." And somehow, within a year, he had us there.
I was born at home on Waiheke. My parents met on Waiheke, so Dad lived here for like 14 years, so that's how I came to live here.
We kind of just woke up here one day, didn't we? Yeah. It was amazing. We went to bed one night and then next morning we woke up and here we were.
First hit on this website was Waiheke, and I thought, what's this? Where's this?
A total coincidence, like coming here for 2 weeks to hang out with an older friend, and then I'm still here 4 months later, so it just feels right.
Thought we'd be there for about 2 or 3 months, or 5 months or so, and 10 years later we're still here. It's great, I love it. Tula came about 2 years ago and she's always been on the island.
Once upon a time I stood in a queue for an aeroplane to India and I met a man and I went out with him for some years and I lost all touch with him. A bit later I bumped into somebody at a party who was his aunt and put me back in touch with him. He offered to fly me over here.
I came to Waiheke September of 1997 following a call I'd received from a local vineyard owner who'd bought himself a small craft brewery.
It was just a real gung-ho kind of moment.
If we fast track back to the late 70s.
The first time I came to Waiheke was in the 1970s on the Baruna. It was a very dark, stormy day.
I was living on a small boat, small catamaran, and I could park it on the beach or anchor without having to fill out forms in triplicate. Things were informal.
We were getting letters from a man called Reen Achterberg from a place called Waiheke Island. And he would always draw a rainbow in a little island on the back of his envelope. And we were always intrigued. When I say we, there were several of us, and we were on a boat called the Rainbow Warrior.
As soon as I came, I knew this is where I wanted to be. Well, I'm 93 now. I was a school dental nurse for about 28 years, and I had to retire at 60. So the year after I retired, I came over, and that would be the beginning of about 1980.
A guy from Waiheke Area School phoned me up and I was one of the few people at the time who actually came here with a job. Most of them came here to get rid of their jobs in the 80s.
I'm a fisheries biologist and I've been in the island in and out for 8 years now.
I was born in Auckland. A few years later my sister was born.
I didn't have to be in the city.
We lived in a pretty fast kind of narrow road and there was this really vigorous stop sign. I just got a big bonk and fell onto the ground of the car. I went, eh.
In fact, we went away. I got offered a job with the United Nations. We were living in Rome.
There'd been a bit of a rat problem, and that's never good. And that was quite literally the last straw.
We all missed the island, so we all came back.
First thing I did was made a pretty good friend.
I'm from Papua New Guinea. I found out that living in an island is much interesting. Coming out from the highland, it's like, you know, I just enjoy myself.
Después de pasar por Auckland, pasamos 2 días por Auckland y no nos gustan las grandes ciudades, así que salimos inmediatamente arrancando. Nosotros tenemos un gran amigo que está en Chile pero que vivió en Waiheke y nos dijo, Waiheke es el lugar para ustedes. Ustedes van a calzar muy bien en Waiheke. Así que nos vinimos inmediatamente.
I met a man and we got interested in each other. I told you it was racy.
I'm a children's book author. My wife Ryan and I have been living at the Kaiwi Lakes for a couple of years, so I was looking for a beautiful place to live with a nice community that was close to Auckland but wasn't Auckland.
My body said, this is where you're going to stay.
As all stories, it starts with a girl, falling in love with a girl. The girl leaves for South Africa, and I said, well, I've got to follow her. So I sold all the possessions I had in the world, and then didn't go to South Africa. Couldn't go. I got horribly drunk on St. Patrick's Day, and I woke up in the morning, and something was stapled to my nipple. And it was a ticket to Waiheke. I'd won it the night before. So here I am.
So that's why we are here.
And that's how I came to Waiheke.
That's pretty much sums it.
Oh, uniqueness.
Oh, there's so much to say.
I think the most unique thing is what's special about living on Waiheke.
I feel like the island is a living being and
It's got character and a community spirit.
It's something that's contained, you know. You are your own little kingdom or queendom. People's Republic of Waiheke. There's a barrier between you and the rest of the world, which is a beautiful, watery barrier. So you have this acute sense of local identity because you are not connected to anything else. You are just there in the ocean.
I thought it was really great to bring up my children.
it's incredibly safe.
The only thing you had to worry about was crazy drivers or the crazy roads.
They can be done at the market and I know that they're safe.
And it's that old thing of it takes a village to raise a child, and Waiheke really is that special village.
Well, it's special because they're close to like all our friends. Having play dates with my friends. Going to soccer.
Soccer, yeah.
And having cubs.
People so friendly.
You can be a local here the moment you step off the boat, so long as you've got the right attitude. I think it's as simple as that.
I love the fact that everyone knows everyone.
There's so many interesting things to do on Waiheke and to be part of.
The events that happen within Waiheke are really quite special.
There's great music, there's great art, there's great theatre, there's outdoors, there's the beaches, there's the vineyards.
Meditation and yoga, organic gardening, all that sort of thing. It's all here on the island.
There's everything, I think.
Everyone supports each other. It's great. And it's
thoughtful and lots of parents and just lots of older people getting involved as well.
I've been in the Air Force in the UK, so to come to Waiheke was to regain that sense of community in a very different way than I'd experienced it before.
I am here.
Great. Thanks, Mandy.
I don't know whether it's unique or not, but it's such a pleasant way to live. I feel I can belong.
I can flow with the community and be a part of the community. I can make movies, put them at the cinema, have a voice. You know, we've got a little local newspaper, and you can interact with the community really quickly and easily.
An island is where I see what the real life is.
A real appreciation of the environment and ecology and willingness to look after it.
In a way, the whole of New Zealand is an island, and there's the opportunity to change New Zealand quite quickly if you really work at it really hard.
I just love the way the nature grows here. We live in Arapiso and it's really fun out there. So there are lots of trees. There's lots of trees to climb.
Yes, there is lots of trees to climb.
Our views of the sea.
It's breathtaking. You know, it's similar to Coromandel, the Bay of Islands, some places on the Adriatic coast. There's a lot of similarities. And of course, the price of accommodation or land here prevents people from maybe enjoying it so much now.
Very warm, friendly community, but also you have an awful lot of people moving in who are not have the same ethos or culture.
Of course, they were all striving to become new rich, and it was very sad. Lots of cocktails and Valium and all that stuff, you know. But here, it was different.
And that's all pretty great to live in.
What more can I say?
One word. One word. Connection.
I don't even know what that means.
One word to describe your connection.
One word that sums it all up.
It's awesome.
Paradise.
What? You gotta wait. Go on.
Dad?
Dad? That's a cool one.
Family.
The word to describe the early days of here was freedom.
Is it one word or... Oh.
Visitor. My one word is complete.
Fun.
Ideal because paradise.
Safe.
Freedom for that.
Tolerance. Kindness.
Sun. Confidence.
Nice.
Confiance.
Actually, I would say happy. People are happy to be on the island.
Oh, the beaches. They're beautiful. Friends.
My connection to this place is the ocean. I mean the ocean, at least once a day. The ocean.
Yes.
Freedom.
Fantastic wine.
Community, small community, working together.
My first one was beaches. My second one would be the people.
It's real. People are real.
There's one word to describe my connection to the island. It's heart.
Beauty.
Love.
Friendship.
Goddesses.
Strong. Very strong.
Magnetic.
Strong connection. Belonging.
Maori.
Resilience.
Debate.
Community. Amazing.
It is community.
Sunshine. Beaches.
And food.
Well, can I use two words? Tenuous and really strong. It's a bit like the connections to your mother in a way. You understand me, you leave her, but she's always great to have to come back to.
Light enough to let it go.
Home away from home. Definitely.
Love.
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 It's home.
My home.
It's home.
Home.
It's home. It's home. Anything else you'd like to say?
This place is everything I ever wanted in a place to live.
Living your life in oneness. Be where you feel most happy. Work with what you love doing the most.
I got an island.
This is the spirit of Waiheke, that we're fighters and that we fight for the good of the planet.
Just keep remembering to help each other and be there for each other, and yeah, just be thankful for all the wonderful people that we have here, and the land that nurtures us, feeds us, and the sea that provides us with so much.
It's just my home. I can't think of anything I would want to say more than that.
Keep up Waiheke's character, community spirit, and independence.
I got an island in the Pacific, and everything about it is terrific.